I don't know what the world is gonna bring. I don't know what the music's gonna sing. I don't know what my dreams are gonna do. But I do know I wanna be with you. Wanna be with you.
Welcome to the Joe Giannino Show.
Who's Joe Giannino?
We're having a show tonight that's very special. We're being streaming live here at the Mousetrap Cafe, one of the most luxury, gorgeous cafes you will see on Long Island. It is beautiful. As we pan around and show the room, over here we have our VIP section, and then we have the cars on the wall by D'Angelico and Brett Michaels. And then over here, as he's panning, you'll see the Bar Cafe. And I mean, this place is absolutely gorgeous. And then as we go around, you'll see this place has got all types of decor that is incredible. It's got a vault that's for a winery, and we got this gorgeous baby grand piano here that's really nice. And then there's the Joe Giannino Show, where everybody's handicapped. And and right now we are set to begin today's show, folks. We have two special people on our show tonight. Two great comedians. I've worked with them both. Funny guys, been in the business a long time, performed all over, hosted and MC, and they're here today. The first one is Rob Chaffee.
Hey, that's me. Hey,
good to see you.
And we got Mike McCasty over here.
Howdy.
So, guys,
Who's your co-host?
I'm sorry. That's my boss. Mike, you know what? This studio was changed tonight. We're filming at a different location, so everything's a little off tonight. So you'll have to forgive us. That's right.
We all have a great excuse.
My co-host is Mitch, and he's here tonight with us, and I apologize, Mitch. You have to forgive me. And, huh?
What? Didn't see him?
Well,
Just start
Mitch, so
screaming
you know,
wherever
in case you didn't know,
Wherever
Mitch,
by.
besides me being in a wheelchair, Mitch is blind. And
What?
and Rob and Mike, they're disabled also, but in their own way.
So I'm sitting next to two good-looking guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought when you said you had two special people on the show, you were going to say, and two comedians. No.
No, but it turns out we're the
That's
special.
terrible.
who are the
We're
two
the special.
comedians?
We are the special people. Well, you guys are comedians too.
Well, yeah.
You know, actually, people probably don't know that watching this show.
No,
But yeah,
no.
you guys are comedians.
No one watches this show.
Nobody watches.
That's
you know,
why we're here.
That's
Which
right.
show?
This is the only show the NSA doesn't watch.
That's right. We don't have to
That's
worry
right.
about anything.
Hey, where's camera two?
Camera two?
I
Well,
see
what are we gonna do to
there's
get them
only
to
one
watch it?
camera.
Well, there's, I don't know, camera two's
Is there
over
only
there.
one camera?
Three.
There's three cameras.
Yeah.
Where's camera three?
She's holding it in her
Oh,
hand.
Vicky's holding it. Wait, he's pointing to something that
there,
looks like a broken clock. No, there it is.
Where?
Hey,
It says 9 o'clock.
there's camera two, camera one, camera two.
So, Chaffee, what's going on with you?
Yo, brother.
Tell me, what's happening?
You know, it's all good. It's all good. It's nice to be down in world-famous Amityville. You know why Amityville's so famous, right? We all know about it. Do you know? You
No.
know why? You don't know why Amityville is famous?
Is it the horror?
You'd think that. No, it's the quality of heroin. They have really high quality heroin here in Amityville.
That's a horror.
It's a matter of fact, they have like, this is a beautiful place. I could see them
Oh, this is
tying
gorgeous.
into
Yeah.
heroin tasting tours.
Look at
They
the
start in
background.
Deer
This is
Park,
gorgeous.
come through here, end up in Bayshore. It'd be beautiful. No, I'm kidding. How about Madhouse TV? I
Great.
love Madhouse TV. This is about the 5th time I've been on Madhouse TV. And
Must be mad
literally
about
my
it.
career has moved from Deer Park to Amityville.
Wow.
It's done that for me. It has done that for me.
Don't-
And have you noticed that Madhouse TV and Mousetrap Cafe have the same number of syllables? Did you notice that? I bet you didn't, because it's a special power I have.
Oh, yeah?
It's like ESP. I notice syllables. Nah.
Syllables
I
what?
have no idea why I said that, but I thought it'd be funny, and
And
the
it's-
audience here is about to shoot me. Thank you.
Now, you're getting a little
That's
cheesy.
right. They
here.
know this is a handicap show. You fit in. Don't worry
I
about
do
it.
fit in.
Yes.
I do have a handicap. It is about 20 over par over the deck page. Now, that's a golf joke, and I don't even golf. They laughed at that.
That works.
This is a very impressive place. I'm glad that Tom panned around. Everyone should come down to the Mouse Trap Cafe. They have Vicky at the bar. Vicky's a very lovely, he's Tom's 29-year-old wife. And she's very, very good except with the lighters. She doesn't know where they are. But July 28th. July 28th.
I know you wanted to mention this. You were dying. Go ahead.
The world famous Bob Nelson.
Yes.
World famous Bob Nelson, 4-time HBO special, kindergarten cop, performed for President Reagan, Carnegie Hall, doesn't let me look him directly in the eye. That guy, Bob Nelson, on July 28th, where, you say? A place as nice as this? Not quite, not quite. But someone the Hotel Indigo. It's not the Indigo Hotel. It's so fancy they call it the Hotel
That's where you-
Indigo. What,
Yeah.
is that where you guys are getting
No,
married?
my son works there.
Oh, that where he deals? That's where he, that's where he works?
Yeah.
That's how you got in, huh?
So he works
That's
there.
where he deals? I mean, he works there?
He works
Good,
there,
that's
yeah.
great. His son, people don't know that your son, who's gonna be on the show in a few minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and his lovely fiancee, am I pushing it?
Yeah, he's pushing.
Pushing it? Fiancee. She's not even sure she's staying with him after tonight. Are gonna be on.
Her name is Ashley.
Ashley, the lovely Ashley, and Joe's son,
Right.
who shall we go nameless,
Salvatore.
Sal.
Sal.
Sally Boy. They call you Sally Boy? Hey, what do you know?
Salvatore.
Salvatore. It's only Salvatore when he's in trouble.
The
It's
Indigo,
Sal.
Hotel Indigo, July 28th. Go to bit.do/Bob Nelson to get your tickets. They're going to go fast. There's also a dinner, and Bob will be there live in person. And we've agreed that he will stay out afterwards and sign. He will sign autographs, sell you T-shirts, DVDs, and give you a ride home if you need one. So
That's
go.
great.
And will you be there?
Unfortunately, Mitch, I will be there. No,
Okay.
no, I have my fans. I have my fans.
I'm a fan of
But-
yours.
Thank you.
But do they work?
I can't wait to see you.
I have a fan. It's a little rattly like the one up there. No, I have my fans. They love me. They love you, Joe. They love Madhouse TV. I love Madhouse TV. Never been more comfortable in a situation. You know, I love how you do panel here. Do you know what panel is?
What's that?
That's when a guy goes on the Johnny Carson show, does his little routine, and Johnny goes, "Hey, you, come over here. You're good. I want you to sit. I'm that good here that I don't even have to do it. I just start right here with Joe.
You want to know something? It's funny that you're going to be working with Bob Nelson,
I am.
and that's a great thing. Bob's funny comic, very funny.
he's a-
Hey, let me explain something to you. In 1984 is when I got my start, and I don't know how old you are, but I'm an old guy.
No, I'm not that old.
I'm 50, so
50?
yeah,
You
and
look pretty good for 50.
So you're
Thank
old
you.
enough to be my son.
in 1984, I met the owner of the
The
East Side.
foozle a bitch over here. Go ahead.
I met the owner of the East Side Comedy Club, Richie Minervini.
Oh, love Richie Minervini.
He
Richie's
was
a
at
great
he was
guy.
at my wedding. We became very close. We used to play cards in the back at East Side.
Really?
Yeah, we had a great
Really?
time. We had some real wonderful times. And in fact, Bob Nelson, I did a show with when you were emceeing. He offered to come on my show.
On this show.
On this show.
Are you
on,
kidding me?
On the Joe Giannino Show.
You know,
yeah.
I don't like to
With
talk
Richie.
about people when they're not here.
Richie
But he's a
Minervini.
great guy,
Yeah.
Bob Nelson. He really is. He's that kind of guy. I'm very happy. He's going to be here with
He-
Richie
he
Minervini.
thought he was-
Both of them are on the same show?
Both of them are going to be here live together. Yep, on the same show here.
I can't believe it.
And you know, Bob thought that you couldn't even give me a full glass. You had Joe, what is this? Oh my
What is
God. You know what it is?
He's got his own
get it-
muscle.
Now you have to go back for more
I
later.
had to get somebody to serve me, right? So of course I gave him a break, He brings me, he couldn't even fill it up. Look at this.
Well, that's great that you're.
Half a glass of soda.
You're the type that sees a glass half empty. Huh?
And it's not regular, it's diet. Ugh.
He's a handicapped guy that hires ex-cons. That's great. I like that's the whole thing.
Well, he was coming out of Riverhead when we met, and the jail.
Yes.
And actually, I didn't press any charges. I got him released because he had my wheelchair up on blocks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was.
That's a good. I think you keep that one.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was-
hey, Joe. You got any other guests on the show tonight?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
Mike McCaffrey, right there.
Who's
This
that?
guy right here.
Wait,
Oh yeah. Hello.
I didn't tell you. He's he does Harpo real well. He doesn't speak.
Well, there you go. I got it.
Honk honk.
Doesn't even need
Mike,
the
tell
horn.
him about the story when you did the Harpo show at the. Who was the place on?
Oh, the Baca Art Center. Yes, we did Groucho Life in Review there with the good Stevie GB.
Oh,
as Groucho.
Stevie GB. I
Yes.
love Stevie GB.
And Joe Gellish played Chico. And three of us did a very good rendition of the Grouchos. With the Marx Brothers.
Did you do-
Also, my girlfriend Carrie, she played all the ladies. There were 8 different ladies in the play.
Who was
She
the
did all
lady?
of them.
Who was the lady in the Marx Brothers movies?
Margaret Dumont.
Margaret Dumont. She played Margaret Dumont.
Yes, she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know Marilyn Monroe was in one of the
Yes, she
later?
was. She
Did she
was-
play Marilyn Monroe?
No, that wasn't in the play.
Because that would be a stretch. Margaret Dumont to Marilyn.
Yes.
Nobody's getting that. We got a bunch of 20-somethings sitting here. And
No, well, he
nobody's
knows the
getting,
Marx
like,
Brothers, my
Margaret
son, because
Dumont
but
references.
I know who Margaret Dumont is only because I used to live the Marx Brothers. That's all I did was watch them, and Abbott and Costello. That was my favorite. Those
About
are my
the Three
favorite.
Stooges.
Classics.
Do you need me to? Do you need
You
me
could
to?
have done that great.
You want my wallet?
Anything just to be seen on television.
That's okay.
Check your wallet.
He's got to show this tape to his parole officer.
Check your wallet. Make sure it's
I'm
on.
good, I'm
All right,
good.
all right. I'm not sure.
I know that guy. I know that guy very well. He's
Do
a
you?
great guy. Yes.
Yes.
He
He
and
is.
I. Can I tell you a story even before he's on? Mm-hmm. He and I did a show a couple of years ago around here in Amityville.
Right.
It was for a senior citizen center. And before you get like, wow, you guys are really nice, they paid us.
They have a budget.
And halfway through, I kid you not, halfway through my set, they were really laughing hard, and then one guy just went boom right into his soup.
Whoops.
And he died. He died right in the middle of my act. So I killed.
Literally.
As a comedian, I literally killed. Good news is he had one of those built-in defibrillators. So he lived, he was slightly electrocuted from the soup, but it was great.
Jolted him back to life, yeah.
But
Wow.
this guy is going to come up who we're pretending that he's not part of the show, but he's really part of the show.
Actually, guys, just get this audio.
Oh, so nobody's heard a word I've said the whole time. Some of the best stuff I've ever done.
Okay, take 2.
Yeah, really. Well, I'll tell you a funny story. Mitch and I had my partner. We did a show with Mike Dillon called the Crippling Cabaret.
I heard about
Show.
that one, yeah.
And when I tell you it was definitely crippling, it was crippling. And,
It was very crippling.
very crippling. There was me and one other guy in a wheelchair, Mitch being blind, and there was one guy who we didn't even know, who was a comic at the time. This is the truth. And he was standing in the corner, and people were just like, who is he? He looked like a homeless guy. You know, no one knew. And it was,
Stevie G.
it was a guy that way. He was there who had, I can't pronounce it, not Hodgkin's disease. What disease did he have?
It was some kind of
He has
cancer.
Huntington's disease.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Tom something.
you know what? It's the tip of my tongue. It's
Tom
such-
DiMatteo?
he's such a- Yeah, Tom DiMatteo.
Right.
Great, funny guy.
Yeah, he is. He's
Funny guy.
hysterical. But no one, I never met him, and no one introduced me. No one said anything.
Yeah.
And the
Likewise.
show itself, the audience didn't know how to react to Mike Dillon, who was emceeing on and off. He's missing one leg, and he's using a wheelchair to stand up on with it, instead of putting a leg piece on.
Right,
he's-
right.
And that in itself was hysterical, and no one really knew how to react to all the disabled people that were on the stage. They were just taken back by that. So Mike goes out there and says, listen, we don't want you to laugh if it's not funny. And they
I think
didn't.
I saw the video.
And they didn't.
I just hated
Not true.
being the fourth wheel, Joe.
I saw the video.
And
You
then
guys
There
all
were
did
people
great.
laughing.
You
Yeah.
did great. Mitch did great. All of you guys did great.
it was fun. We had a good time doing it, but
That was one of the better shows I've seen on.
and then working at the Colonial, that's what it was called, right? The Colonial Hotel that we just did.
I think it's called
Was it Clarion?
the
Clarion.
Clarion. I keep
Hotel.
calling it Colonial. I don't know why. The Clarion,
The Clarabelle.
right?
Clarion.
Clarabelle.
Bob Nelson's
Clarion.
there, and he came over to me, and he thought all this time I was mad at him because one day we were working at Eastside, and they don't have a ramp, and he was helping me get on stage, and he was shaking a chair pretending he was going to drop it, and sometimes my leg will get a spasm. That just happens, but it doesn't mean anything. It's not like I'm dying or something. It's just a muscle spasm.
So if you just rub it inside, it heals a certain way.
Right, you just rub it a certain way and it goes down. and it stops everything right there. But all this time he thought I was mad at him for this. And I was like, I wasn't mad. And the funny part is I thought he was mad at me. Well, only because I got better parking spots than he did at
That's
the
funny.
club.
That's
That's
true.
really what
Everyone's pissed at you because of
Well,
that.
I don't like to talk about people when they're not here.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
tell you something about Bob Nelson.
Tell me.
He's a great guy. Great guy. Fantastic.
See,
Wonderful.
I heard he's very generous, like, you know,
To a fault.
yeah, like, you
Guy,
know,
when you pick up,
he'll
I'll tell
take you
what,
places you've
I
never
could
been
pick up-
before.
I could pick up the phone right now,
right?
and he would probably let it go to voicemail. But he'd call me back.
Eventually.
He would call me back. Eventually. So this thing with Harpo, is it like,
Yeah.
does your girlfriend really like it?
No.
Does she
Too many
Does she
costume
have you wear
changes.
the wig at home or anything? No?
Well,
I bet you she would like
the
the fact that
schoolgirl
you don't
outfit,
talk.
no, that's a different, never mind.
No.
You know, comedy
I wish
today.
my girlfriend did a Harpo impression.
You know, if you think about it, comedy today is not like comedy in the '80s.
Oh, not at all.
I mean,
Totally different.
right? I mean,
a lot less cocaine.
the folks for yous at home that are watching, I got to tell you, in the '80s, comedy, there was comedy clubs. Today, comics play bar mitzvahs, weddings. I mean,
It's
Pathmark Aisle 6,
fundraising
Produce.
events.
Yeah, I just
the-
played Las Vegas, a men's room.
I mean,
You're
it's-
handing out the towels.
Yeah,
You know.
that's Stan Ketchner's joke. Stan is passed, she's gone. He's giving me permission to give that joke.
that's all right.
His brother's going, "Rrrr, that's my brother's joke." Sorry.
It's all right.
Continue, I didn't mean to.
Nah, it's all right. Hey,
I think there's
it's all
some
good.
people who think they're so funny. The only audience they have is one. It's when they're telling jokes to themselves in the mirror.
Oh, that's what a good comic
This is
does.
the one
though,
thing
right?
you'll never be accused of.
Well, everyone has to practice
Okay.
somewhere.
Yep, exactly. Problem was nobody was laughing.
I got to tell the
Oh,
story.
they're pumping oxygen in this
this
place.
is a story.
Is that why I feel so
Hey,
good?
Wait,
Are you guys pumping extra oxygen in here?
yeah, ready for this? This story will make you laugh. I'm trying to impress this girl, and she goes hunting. So she asked me if I ever been hunting, and I said, "Are you kidding? I'm the great white hunter. I've done it all." And I have hunted, but nothing big. Now, I didn't know, like, her father taught her how to shoot deer and gut it. I know nothing about that.
You
But
never know.
when you want to impress a girl, a man will say anything and do anything for the love of a woman. I don't care what anybody says, right? So I go deer hunting. Now, to do this, I got my license, and I go into Edelman's at the time when Edelman's was
I
around.
remember that place.
And I said to the guy, I want to impress this girl, and I got to get hunting equipment. So he sells me this orange jacket, and it says, "Don't shoot, I'm a man," and it glows. Then he sells me doe scent, and he says, "Listen, what you got to do is put this on you before you go in the woods hunting." He goes, "That'll attract the buck, and when they come, they'll shoot. You shoot them."
Got it.
So I got it. Now, we're going to Binghamton. So I get all dressed up in my gear, right? And I take the doe scent, and I pour it all over my outfit, and I get in the car, and I drive to my girlfriend's house to pick her up to take her deer hunting. And as we're driving 6 hours to Binghamton,
Yes.
she decides to say to me, "What is that smell? What are you wearing?" And I says, "I thought you were a hunter." She says, "I am." I says, "Well, don't you know to hunt buck, you gotta have doe scent on?" She goes, "Do you know what doe scent is?" So I was like, "Yeah, it's a scent to pick up for the bucks." She goes, "No, it's doe piss."
Oh, no!
And I had, that was a true story. And then he sells me a shotgun with 3-inch Magnum slugs.
Yeah.
Now, that has a kick to it. Now, I really have shot in shotguns before with
Joe, be
buckshot,
careful.
no problem.
You're
But-
crossing sensitive nature here with my dog on the floor.
But the funny thing is I load the shotgun up with the 3-inch Magnum slugs.
Yeah.
I shot the shotgun and the wheelchair flipped over back. It really did.
Now that's funny.
I would pay to see that.
That really happened.
crazy.
That really did happen. It was just the funniest.
So-
Everybody was laughing at me. My
There's a
family
lot of
was
comic
there.
possibilities with wheelchairs, but that one,
That really did
That's
happen.
So
That was-
spontaneous.
Yeah. Just to act like a dope, telling her you know what you're doing and you don't know what you're doing. And you're
has
putting
anybody
dope.
ever like forgot you were at the top of a hill and just let go, or
No, but I went mountain
Dangled
climbing
you
in
at the top of the
California.
stairs.
I went mountain
You
climbing.
went mountain climbing
I did, from a
in
wheelchair. Yeah, they have a different chair. The chair has these mountain bike tires on it in the front and back,
Right.
and you got to pull yourself. They tie it around the wheelchair in your chest.
That's awesome.
And
You
you got to
able
pull
to
it
pull
up
yourself?
with your strength on your
you have
upper
a little
body.
winch to help? Or?
No, it's not. It's like on a roll thing where you get a
okay.
pulley,
Yeah,
and you got
I
to
see.
pull yourself up.
Wow.
But it's still scary because you're up there and But I got tired halfway through,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh no!"
I've never gone mountain climbing. I've gone mountain falling.
I fell at Venice
Fall off a
Beach.
few mountains.
At Venice Beach, going down the ramp. I'm dead serious. My chair hit
With
a
all the
pe-
bodybuilders and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah. I hit a pedal on the front tire, and it flipped the chair totally
Oh,
over.
that's so-
I went flying.
People at home must be dying right now, hysterical.
Just
Talking
picturing you
about
flailing out of a
Joe's
wheelchair.
wheelchair
Twice.
accidents. We should change, this should be the name of the show. Wheelchair accidents with
Oh
Joe.
my God, it was like
But what about
crazy.
blind people? Have you ever been walked into a swimming pool? Like me? I was walked into a swimming pool by my last guide dog.
Really? He wanted to go for a swim? Is that why he did?
No, he didn't go in, I did. Cowboy boots and all.
Wow.
Just picture
Didn't
that,
make a
like
right-
you'd see in the
a
movies.
quick right turn?
Yeah, that's it.
So how's Stevie GB as Groucho?
Oh, awesome.
Enough about Stevie G.
Okay then.
July 28th,
Tomorrow.
You're working with,
Hotel Indigo in
Oh, no,
Riverhead.
July.
Oh, I got a
Very
show on
special
28th
event.
July too, you know.
What? You
I have a
what?
show on July 28th too. Yeah, you don't care. I don't care about my show. Only about your
I'm
own.
with the world famous Bob Nelson. It's a dinner show,
Dinner theater.
dinner theater. You come at 6, you get a little drunk, eat at 7, at 8 o'clock, I talk for a few minutes, and then Bob comes on. It's great.
He
July
puts on a
28th.
great show.
so there's only 2 comics, just you and Bob.
Yes. I think it only needs to be one comic. You know, Bob's had 4 HBO specials.
Yeah, of course.
4,
Yes.
which amounts to almost like an hour and 15 minutes of material.
We go back many years, me and Bob Nelson. He knew me ever since I was in training wheels.
You know, I don't like to talk about people when they're not around. But that Bob Nelson, he really is a national treasure, a Long Island legend.
I
But
thought
you're not going to get to see him. He's getting old. He's not going to be around much time. So come see him on July 28th.
But what if I want to come see you?
Well, in that case, you just come around anytime.
There you
I
go.
like Visa. Have we spent any time? Could Visa get up on the table and let people see Visa? No, don't do that.
do that.
Don't do that.
Probably wouldn't want to get up
He
there.
probably wouldn't want to get up. He's lazy
No.
for a
He's
service
tough.
dog.
He's
Pretty
doing his
damn
Well,
job.
guys, listen, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to cut to a commercial right now, and the Joe Giannino Show will be right back.
Don't flip.
Like so many people, are your finances tight lately? Afraid to open your mail or even answer your phone? Well, take heart. You don't have to live like that. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you can join the thousands of folks who have used safe and effective government-insured reverse mortgages. The government-insured reverse mortgages from Long Island's Senior Reverse Network allow you to stay in your home and turn equity into tax-free cash. Our government-insured reverse mortgages can eliminate mortgage payments, credit card balances, or just improve your lifestyle. Do yourself a favor and solve these problems now. Call the Senior Reverse Network, and our advisors will answer all of your questions about our reverse mortgage programs. We've helped scores of senior Long Island homeowners like you who now enjoy a worry-free retirement. Get the financial security and peace of mind you've dreamed about. Pick up the phone and call us at the Senior Reverse Network now to set up a free consultation.
Call 1-800-985-REVERSE. That's 1-800-985-7383.
Old Spice body spray will make you feel so powerful to blow your mind right in front of your face. Goodbye. Oh no! Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh, Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Spice body spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power. Old Spice body spray can change a regular smelling man into a man who smells like power.
Now, how is this? Wow, you know what? I actually do feel more powerful.
Potato chips! Power! It's me.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy it.
Hey, welcome back to the Joe Giannino Show. And right now, I have a really special guest.
Who, me?
On my, no,
Ah, come on.
I don't even like you.
Now you've already my night.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I'm proud to introduce two people to you tonight. My son, Sal Giannino, and Ashley.
Hi.
And that's his fiance there. And I'm saying this is fiance only because of the fact that I want them to get married. They're not engaged though.
No.
But,
Slow your roll.
Relax.
they want me to slow my roll. I
think
get it.
you're
I'm in a
pushing-
wheelchair. I get it.
I think
Slow
you're
my
trying to
roll.
push the envelope here.
Yeah, I think so.
But my son Sal's graduating from Pace College, which I'm very proud of. And
Congratulations.
yeah.
Yeah, I got a year left.
So you didn't graduate yet.
No.
So we lied.
My dad, he doesn't know what goes on. But I'm a sports marketing major. Right now now I'm interning for a radio station company, doing their promotions, and it's going well. So
Good.
Awesome.
I'm living in Queens right now.
Hey, Joe. real
What,
quick.
what sport?
Your son's a good sport. Last night, your son and I went out on garbage night, and we,
What the heck are you doing?
you said you had a bad back?
Yeah?
He found it. So give him credit. He threw it in my van last night, so this is yours.
Hope you like it.
I want you to know your son helped me out.
It's gonna make me look like a whore on wheels.
Listen,
The tightest of my...
Joe, it had a few stains on it. Nothing that a good bedspread can't cover up, okay?
Some
Flip
cleaner.
it over. We'll flip it over on its good side.
All right.
All right? And
All right.
we'll take care of your bad back, all right?
All right, that'd be
You already threw
great.
the other mattress out, right?
Yeah.
All right, so don't put this out by your van, all right?
Yeah,
You can fit on that easy.
oh my God, I thought I had a disability until I hired you. What the heck?
You got verbal diarrhea. You didn't know that?
Oh my God. The things that happen
call?
on this show. It's amazing. See, that's why I tell you folks, you got to tune into the Joe Giannino Show because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to come on this show. It's a fun show. Everybody hangs out, has a good time, laughs, and makes fun.
Who's having
It's
a
all-
good time?
I
Not
am.
us.
Oh my
Isn't
God.
that-
Are
isn't
you
that-
serious?
Isn't that all that matters?
I guess so.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not having fun?
Just joking.
Now she's just joking. Now she wants to be a comedian.
Yeah.
See?
So
Just wanna be like
I would like to, you know.
You would,
I know
huh?
in your previous shows you've you know, you said how your lifestyle is, both you and Mitch, on a serious note, you know, and
Nothing serious.
but I just want to say, you know, this guy is a real inspiration, and I wouldn't be the person I am without you.
You talk about me or your dad?
Not you mentioned, sorry.
Just checking.
You inspired me too, though. Don't worry. But
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, growing up with you, getting around the way you do, and doing all the things you do, really shows me that there's nothing to complain about, and I really know what hard work is, and I can definitely.
Well,
say
you
that's
know
because
what,
of you.
son, you know I love you very much. And the reason why Dad does everything I do for you.
Of course.
You know, I'm divorced, so there is no significant other in my life right now. So my son, I dedicate to doing my job and my work to make sure that he's taken care of. And
Yeah, I know you do everything you can, and that's all I can ask for.
yes.
Did you say your father doesn't complain? Then you haven't been on the phone with us.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're right.
Might
To
be
an
a little bit of a
extent.
stretch.
My son, he's a wise guy too. Don't let him kid you. Yeah, he pulls his
You're
pranks.
Italian. What do you expect? He has to be a wise guy.
Getting
He
wiser
pulls
at
his
my
pranks
age.
on me. Like the stories I get told when he comes home late when he was younger, on why he was late, the old flat, and then I asked to see the tire, and we go out there to find out that the tire is fine.
Changed it.
Yeah, that's what he said. So I
I
said,
don't think
there's
that
got to
was-
be then the donut or something in the back of the trunk for the bed flat. And we go in there, and there's no tire in there. And he told me he sold it so that someone would help him change the tire.
Definitely
I think anybody would pull the wool over my eyes.
my rookie days of driving, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, he was
What
just.
happens when you don't get me roadside assistance?
You know, this is a true story. The other day he calls me up and he says, I'm in a fender bender. I said, are you okay? He's like, yeah. I said, are you sure? He's
Yelling
like,
at
"Yeah."
first when I told him, but
I wasn't yelling, I was making sure you were okay. I wanted you to hear me. I said,
are you alright?
you all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then I said, wait and then I said, wait till you get home. But he didn't damage my car. The car had a scratch on the plate. The lady had a scratch 1 inch big. She had to call the police. And the police officer, believe it or not, gave him a hard time, right?
Yeah, so I'll tell it.
You
So
tell
my
the
dad
story.
my dad goes,
This is
you
true.
know,
I used to work for Suffolk Police, so I said, tell him your dad worked for Suffolk Police.
20 years ago, so I didn't really mention it. But
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
We get full glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the half. I get the cripple glass.
So
Mine leaks.
Where's mine?
Invisible.
There is, by the way, no alcohol in any other drink, so anybody thinks
Water.
it's strictly water.
So
The crack is different, but alcohol, no.
So back to the story with this cop. My dad goes, of course, we had expired insurance, and we just switched over to Geico, right?
Yep.
So I didn't have the insurance card in the car. So of course I'm telling the cop, you know, I'm sorry, I don't have an updated insurance card, this and that. He goes, look through your stuff one more time, try and find it.
You didn't
I
tell
knew
me
it
you had
wasn't there.
alligator arms?
Oh, that commercial. That's a great commercial.
I knew it wasn't there, so I called my dad. He goes, tell him I work for Suffolk Police, and
All he's got to do is
tell
run the
tell him
plate.
he can run the plate. I was like, all right. So I tell the cop, yeah, my dad said you can run the plate and find out all my info. And of course the cop goes, oh yeah, you said I could do that. Thanks. Tell him thanks for letting me know. So
He was
that
being
didn't go
annoying.
too well, and cop didn't give me too much of a hard time other than that.
But that's because you also didn't tell him I worked for Suffolk Police. You just said to him, my father said you could run the plate.
I didn't.
You should have just said, my dad worked for Suffolk Police, you run the plate, you'll find out the insurance is good, and you would have been left alone, and that was it.
Yeah.
Left out
You didn't
crucial
get the ticket
information.
though, right? You didn't get the summons.
No, I didn't.
You didn't get the ticket, that's all that matters.
I didn't.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to bring my son up because, you know, he lives in Queens and I live out east on the
How he
island.
puts up with you, I'll never know.
And I don't get to see him that much, and this weekend he was out. So I said, come on the show for a little while and hang out with your father for a few minutes. And I have another guest that I'm going to be bringing on now. So I'm going to ask my son to go
To
back
get
into
lost.
the audience.
Get lost.
And,
All right, well, it was a pleasure.
Thanks
and,
for having us.
well, I love you guys.
want
You're
you to know
welcome.
Sal, it's always great to see you.
I love what you guys are doing.
You
It's
too,
great to
Ashley.
see you too.
I love what you guys are doing, and you guys are killing it. So keep
Absolutely.
doing what you're doing.
Well, we're gonna have a lot more fun, you know. We're gonna
I don't know what I'm doing.
we're gonna have a lot more people coming up here and doing all kinds of things. And oh, tonight's giveaways. Also, we're doing giveaways tonight. Anybody calling in? There's a
What's the
number.
number, Joe? What's the
Tommy,
number?
we have a number to call in for the giveaways,
Should I get my cell phone out?
or should I just use mine? Or you have a number to call in? Remember, I said if you could set up a phone for the call in for the giveaways for tonight. You know, okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go.
Is it your number?
So
Do
we're
you
gonna
want me
just
to repeat it?
go right to video.
I guess we're not using a number.
Okay, we're gonna run a video right now.
We are.
So then we can get Joe out. This is how we're very well organized.
You know, my daughter really wants this princess bed. Every time I drive past here, she's begging me, Daddy, Daddy, please, the princess bed. You know, she's 9 years old, and she's been in a sleeping bag ever since she got out of her crib. And I'm feeling guilty. And I do owe it to her. But I think I can do better than the princess bed. I can make her dreams come true. Yeah, you know, the prices here are a little ridiculous, and the mattresses are very stiff, okay? But I got an idea. Actually, it's a great idea. Tonight's garbage night. Perfect, man. Every Wednesday night is garbage night, and it's also special pickup night, so I'm bound to find something tonight, man. This is awesome. Timing couldn't be any better. Best part is it'll be broken in already. Not like those stiff mattresses we found in the store. You know, the best way to get rid of bed bugs is to spray the mattress down with Raid. Now I know it sounds crazy, but what I did for my son last time was I gave him one of those masks, you know those painter's masks that you wear? He wore that to bed for 2 nights until the smell of the Raid went away. And also you open the windows, obviously. A lot of good stuff out tonight, man, I'll tell you that. It's a combination night, garbage night, special pickup night. You can't beat it. Well, well, well. What do we got here? I think we got ourselves a brand new mattress. Awesome. Oh, awesome, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Look at this puppy. Not bad. Let's make sure there's no scratches. Looks like a Sealy. Sealy, yeah. Hot damn, man, a gumball machine. Nice. All right, 2 for 1. All right. Well, good night, princess. Sweet dreams.
Welcome back to the Joe Giannino Show. And,
I asked you last time, who's Joe Giannino?
That would be the fat guy in a wheelchair.
Didn't see him.
You couldn't see him anyway.
So what?
So?
I'm not missing anything.
That's true. Anyway, tonight, I said we had a giveaway night, so I'm going to give you a number to call in, 631-816-8687. You call that number, the first one who calls in gets a free gift that we'll send to you. So
You're not
call
sending me
in.
to them, are you?
And if the phone doesn't ring, I know how good the show's doing and how many people are watching tonight.
What's the number?
Anyway, we have
What's the number? What's the number?
631-816-8687. You can't call in.
Sure I can.
I got my guest calling in.
What am I getting, man?
I don't know. I'll tell you right now.
Who am I getting?
Is that your phone?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you got a viewer, man. You got a viewer.
It's Bob Nelson.
Oh, Bob Nelson, awesome.
Hey, Bob. Bob
Hello?
must be watching.
No, this ain't the Jiffy Jeff Gem, sorry. You have to call back later.
Did I mention I hate talking about people when they're not here?
Yeah, but...
That Bob Nelson, he's great.
Anyway, folks, ready for this? Mr. Joe Petroni, good friend of mine. I have a question for you, though. Why is your face so red?
Well, I was on the job yesterday, and it was a nice sunny day out.
Right.
And I was removing paint with turpentine on the side of a customer's house. I was up on a ladder, and I was sweating, and I was using the same rag that I was removing the paint to wipe my head. My buddy Larry, he's yelling at me that my forehead is smoking. So I jumped in the customer's pool and everything. It's all good, man. A little itchy last night, but it's all good.
Where's my sandwich?
Actually, Mitch asked for a sandwich before. I don't know, the deli's closed. I'm sorry. I don't mind working for you guys, but if you guys want to get stuff from inside here, that's better.
Where's the water you promised me?
I'll get you water when we go later.
What about the dog's water?
Come on, Mitch.
I guess
I
it's,
can't get
it's pointless to ask about the hooker.
Let me tell you something, Joe. I don't mind getting you stuff because you're a gentleman about it. This guy here likes to be bossy and likes to
You don't like it tough.
You're showing authority, man. You know what? If he was the guy, man, I wouldn't be doing this.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do when you're going to go to the store. Take orders.
You're probably trying to be funny, but it's actually humiliating. What's that word?
Humiliating.
Humiliating.
Well, why don't you turn your hearing aids off?
I had a boss like you once, man. You know what happened, right?
What happened?
I was jobless for 2 years. garbage night, I got you that mattress, and your son was, he came in and picked it out. We drove around Smithtown.
Nice. So
And
I'm going to be a who on wheels. And
what I wanted to tell you about
Saturday
garbage
night.
night is a lot of people make fun of me going out on garbage night, but I actually got a nice couch 2 years ago on garbage night. And
Was that from my house?
no, it was a very comfortable couch, and I brought it home. My mother-in-law was over watching American Idol with the kids, you know, and it was awesome. I brought it in, we fell in love with it. What happened was something was nibbling at my mother-in-law's toes. It turned out that there was mice inside the couch. And there was actually a mouse nibbling. My kids were so excited. The next day, my wife went out and she bought a mouse cage with one of those exercise wheels.
Yeah.
You know? And this is a true story. What happened was about a year later, the mice don't live long. The mouse, they wound up dying on us.
oh, how's that?
So my kids right away were like, "Daddy, can you go out and get us another couch?" So, it was pretty awesome. But so I'm taking my family on a vacation. This year we're going to go to the town of Hempstead recycle plant. I went there last summer and I wound it up. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but you can't throw cans of paint in the regular garbage can.
Oh,
Okay, if you have a half a can of paint, you can't throw it in the garbage. You got to bring it to the recycle plant.
really?
So last summer when I was down there, I wound up getting a couple of cans of paint, and now my living room is green, blue, purple. We're called the Rainbow House. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got my kids into the Wizard of Oz, you know, with the Summer of the Rainbow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the recycle plant's not a bad place to bring the family. You just got to be careful. There's a lot of sharp objects and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know.
Be kind of rough for me though with the chair.
You do it, man. Why not?
As they'll wind up picking me up and crushing me like I'm a used car or some shit, you know.
That's true. So yeah, so things are going good, man. You know, I'm back at work. You know, I'm helping you guys out, and I appreciate you getting me on the show, helping out. And because of doing this here, I'm actually going to use this on a resume. I'm going to go down to Applebee's on this Friday. I got to talk to a guy down there. I was going to be a busboy, but they're seeing me serve drinks and stuff. If this guy wasn't ratting me out like he was, that's what. There was no reason.
Well, you practically dropped it on my lap.
There was no reason for that, you know, because I want to use some of this footage to show the guy at Applebee's.
Right,
You know, that I can,
right. Well, all I would tell them is that you just need help filling it up more to the top.
That wasn't my fault, man. I was
That
in a
was-
hurry. You wanted to, you know.
Oh, all right.
That's a big glass too. It's a tall glass. You know, normal glasses are not this.
Yeah,
size.
but it's got a skinny bottom.
Exit 72. Hotel Indigo. July 28th, Bob Nelson.
You gotta go see him. He's funny.
Bob Nelson. I got
Exit 72.
What exit?
72 on the Long Island Expressway.
At what time?
Doors open at 6. Dinner at 7. Show at 8. Bob Nelson. July 28th.
You gotta see him. He's great.
bit.do/Bob Nelson. That's a URL for all you people who are hip to the internet.
Joe, aren't you doing the valet parking for that place that night?
No, they. I have a. Well, I have a couple of points on my license. So.
Oh. How many points?
You know, I think I got it down to 4. I took a.
Did you know I actually applied for that job as valet
took a
parker?
class, you know, driver's class. They actually they do a background check over there. So. You know,
Wow. And they found out you went on vacation, or?
No, I just can't. I can't. They don't want me, touching those cars. A lot of upscale cars in that parking lot. You know, I think it's the class of the people that should show up at these places. You know, I can work in certain towns, no problem doing valet parking. You know, but I've noticed one thing that when I do valet parking, you know, there's nothing in the cars, man. You know, I search these cars. So I'm thinking they don't either A, don't trust me, or B, they ain't got no cash, man. You know, there's nothing in there, nothing in the ashtray, nothing.
You're probably the guy who took my cigarette lighter out of my car.
Back in the day, that's how I got all my music. Cassette tapes, you know, those little suitcases. Yeah. That's how I got all my albums back then, man. It was awesome. I'll never forget walking out of was it Nassau Mall with I had a Pink Floyd album under my jacket. I had a square CD right here. Nobody saw it, man. It was awesome. Although I got caught eating an apple in Pathmark. Aisle 6. I had to push carts for 2 weeks.
For
The manager,
for an apple. For
the
what
manager-
apple?
He could have had me. He could have had me. He could have the cops.
He had you where he wanted you.
Yeah.
Pushing carts ain't so bad, man. You just gotta watch out for the cars and stuff, you know. Shopping cart boy. It wasn't one of my favorite jobs, but it was better than when I worked at the bakery scraping the floors. That was my job, scraping the dough off the floors.
Really?
And I noticed the bakers would drop shit on the floor on purpose, so I get down there and scrape the shit up. But Levittown Bakery. I worked there for about 2 years.
Right.
Can't tell if he's kidding.
We used to hang signs on the wall that said, "Beware of the flying rolls." Customers would say, "What does that mean?" And the roll would flying past them.
This guy can't even hold
the milk
his
where
job.
the milk was. There was a two-way mirror where the milk was, right? And I'd stand behind the two-way mirror and I'd say, "Buy milk, buy milk." Customers be looking at, "Don't forget your vitamin D." You know. I had a good time working there.
Wow.
It was good. You get sick of bakery food, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah?
You know what's funny? The people in the deli hated the deli food. The people in the bakery hated the bakery food. So we used to swap out the back door. You know.
I did some fencing in my day.
Oh yeah. Well, those new plastic fences, man, those aren't too good. They pop right out. You know. They're bright too, and they're hard to climb.
Well,
I thought he was talking about the sword thing. I did some you said I did some fencing.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking about?
No, I was.
Because you'd be pretty badass with the wheels, man. No, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Exit 72, Hotel Indigo, July 28th, Bob Nelson.
Did you ever see the movie Indigo?
Are we allowed to talk about those type of movies here?
Oh yeah, you can do
Okay.
whatever you want. What are they gonna do? Break my legs?
Isn't Indigo some kind of an alligator?
Can I say something about Bob Nelson?
No alligators this
Am I allowed to
Yeah,
talk?
so you talk
Just
about
2
Bob.
seconds about. I met Ozzy Osbourne.
As long as he's not here, we can talk about him.
I met Ozzy Osbourne. I shook his hand, said nice to meet you. Who did I meet? I met Bobby Nystrom from the New York Islanders. I'm a huge Islander
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
I shook his hand. I said it's nice to meet you. I met Bob Nelson, and I realized what it's like to be a stalker I started shaking when I met him, and it's the level of what I felt about Bob Nelson. It was the weirdest thing. Ozzy, it was cool. I was like, Bob Nelson, man. To me, Bob Nelson is huge, man. And you're hanging out with this
Yeah,
guy.
he's about 6'4" to me.
But no,
But yeah, he's
as far as
pretty big.
I didn't even know what to say. I probably look like an idiot. I didn't even know
I'm
what to
very
say.
now.
I didn't know what to
I
say to
understand.
the
You
guy.
know what? And I understand that feeling because I have the same feeling inside.
But you're able to cover it up.
I use a lot of prescription medication.
Okay. I got
It
something.
keeps me from doing what you just described. Because I am always in awe, and I don't like to talk about people when they're not here.
I would rather not
But
meet
Bob Nelson,
I would rather
Great guy.
I would rather not meet Bob Nelson than look like an idiot in front of Bob Nelson. Does
well,
that
we
make sense?
talked about you after that time. You know.
Okay.
We thought you were an idiot.
He did?
Anyway,
Oh.
no, I'm kidding.
Because
I'm
my-
kidding.
my-
You're the best. Joey Petroni is one of the best. You know who introduced me to Joey Petroni? My friend Willie Sacco, who you love, right?
Willie's an awesome guy.
Willie's an awesome guy, and I mean, it couldn't be two weirder guys from the planet Weird that I love. I love the weird guy.
Willie Sacco and I right now are going back and forth with text messages. I got him a gig to do a karaoke show as John Travolta,
because he could do that.
but there's a problem.
What's the problem?
He doesn't have any karaoke equipment.
Oh well.
So I told him just go there and sing along with the music.
I'll tell you Willie Sacco's story really quick, okay? They do these cruises in Port Jefferson. We only got 5 minutes. Cruises in Port Jefferson, right? Where you go out into the Port Jefferson Bay, and on the cruise, it's a one-night thing. They do a dinner and a show, much like on July 28th at the Hotel Indigo. I will be doing with Bob Nelson.
That's a better choice.
Willie Sacco was hired to be the entertainment. Now he was going to do a Barry Manilow impression, and he was going to sing 10 songs of Barry Manilow, and then he would follow it after a break with 10 songs by Tom Jones, also one of his impressions. And I swear to you, the only difference was he went from a white shirt to a black shirt. Because there was only one Willie Sacco. There's only one Willie Sacco. He was very good.
I got to tell
He's
you,
the most entertaining guy I know,
And-
next to Bob Nelson, who's not here right now.
Willie Sacco's
Exit 72.
Hotel Indigo.
Willie Sacco's
Hotel
also
Indigo.
one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
He is.
But you still want to see Bob Nelson.
On July 28th?
If you could introduce me to Bob Nelson, that'd be awesome.
He's a great guy. You have to really look up to him.
You know,
I really got to look. I don't even look
I
at
told
him
you
in
a
the
story that when I first, when I worked with Bob and he was helping me my leg shaking, it really wasn't a muscle spasm. I was just so excited to be around him.
It's the weirdest thing in the world.
Right?
He's used to that.
Yeah, you know.
He's used to that. He carries wee-wee pads and everything.
I'm not,
it's really,
yeah.
it's really
And I'm not, what's that word? I'm not patronizing the guy.
And when he was
I'm just
taking me
telling
down,
that
you know-
it was a feeling I never had before.
When he was taking me down off the stage, the spasm got so bad I thought I was going to fly around the room. It was like...
Well, Long Island comedy is awesome right now. We have so many great comics on Long Island.
I'll tell you, if a bomb went off in here, no one would even, it wouldn't affect it one
nobody would
bit.
care.
But that,
Nobody would care. But it's awesome that Bob Nelson's back on Long Island. That's my wife and I will probably go to that show. Where is it again?
it's, I forget. Where
It's
is
at the Hotel Indigo.
Yes! What exit on the LLE?
72!
And there's a URL to buy tickets, bit.do/Bob Nelson.
We will be there.
Or go to bobnelson.com. and
Isn't
you
that
get tickets
on
there.
East Main Street? in
We're going to
Riverhead?
go there.
I
I'm
think
going to
so.
definitely going to go see the show.
It's going to be a
It's
great
right
show.
next door to Jerry and the Mermaid.
Just don't use the valet parking. Okay.
Why?
So,
I'm
Joe,
not parking.
I gotta tell you something.
You're not parking, that's
I
right.
DJ'd a block party on Saturday, right? I
Right.
was DJing on the side. And when the block party was over, I was packing up my van, and an older man came over with these hula hoops, and he says, "Do you want these hula hoops?" I said, "They're not mine." He goes, "Well, we're just going to throw them out." So I said, "All right." I threw them in my van. Packing up my speakers. A few minutes later, a woman comes over and goes, "What are you doing with our hula hoops?" I said, "An older gentleman just gave them to me. He said I can have them." She said, "Who told you can have them?" She wants the hula hoops back. I wouldn't give them back to her. I said, "He just told me I can have them. Go find them." Long story short, make it quick, she called the police.
Oh,
The
no.
police came down, they made me give back the hula hoops. So I watched what house she walked into, and later that night, I went to her house, I made hula hoops all over her front lawn. Back in the day, we called them donuts.
I love this guy.
Listen, we got 2 minutes left. I want to just say, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to the Joe Giannino Show, Madhouse TV. But all kidding around aside, we do have coming up, you'll be notified, we have Richie Minervini, Bob Nelson, that will both be here live in person.
Yeah.
I'll let you know the dates in advance, okay? Also, the giveaways will be for our next show as well. We'll be doing the giveaways because we started off really crazy today.
What are the giveaways? Can you just maybe?
Well, one of them are, you know those light bulbs that if you put batteries in it and if the lights go out, you could mount them anywhere you want in the house.
Okay.
We got those. And the
They
flying,
fall off a truck.
and we got
It's
ready
the
for this.
dollar store.
I need
Wait,
that like I need
Wait,
to, you
wait,
know what?
wait, and I got 100.
Him with it.
I got
What am I
100
gonna
of
do with
the
a
flying lanterns that you make a wish, you light, and they go up in the air.
Oh, yeah, you got those?
It's good.
That's
Yeah,
like
I got that for the
seriously
4th of
passive
July.
aggressive,
I
buddy.
figured that'd be good for the 4th of July for the
His
kids.
neighbor left the garage door unlocked. That's what
Mitch, I would be upset
That's it.
if I were
That's
you.
exactly it. And one of our real special gifts is they get a date with Bob Nelson.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Any female, but he definitely does not. It doesn't apply to that transsexual law that
No.
Obama put in.
No.
It's got to be a
Date with
female.
Bob Nelson and his wife.
It has to
That's
be a
what you-
female, right? Yeah. Well,
'cause that's
his
what
wife
it
is letting him do it because
That's
it's charity.
what it
I just
It's a
want to know
charity
one thing.
Charity.
Joey, where's my sandwich?
Hey, by the way,
Go
I
get
don't,
me my sandwich.
I don't like to talk about people when they're not here.
Me either.
But Richie
July
Minervini.
28th.
Richie Minervini. Why won't you book me at the Borgata, Richie? No, I'm kidding. I love Bob Nelson. I can't wait to see him. Time to
July
wrap it up.
28th, right?
She's doing this. She's doing
Yes.
this.
We got to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, watching the Joe Giannino Show. We love you. Be blessed, stay well, and we'll see you next 2 weeks.
And Madhouse
Not
TV.
unless you see me
And
first,
Madhouse
Joe.
TV.
Beautiful show, man. Nice show.